All right, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Kind of Grown podcast. Another week of me unpacking my life. So, today's topic is me when I was in middle school and high school, being the football manager, just helping out. This is being brought up because recently in the Governor's Cup, uh, it's Kentucky versus Louisville. If you don't know where I'm from Kentucky. I'm a University of Kentucky fan. My one of my good friends that I was on the football team with, he got MVP. He plays for Louisville, Braxton Jennings. If you don't watch it, he got MVP. And I'm super proud of him. And I wanted to start talking about when I was part of the football team from eighth grade year to senior year. And it was one of the best parts of school. So it was my eighth grade year, and my best friend since kindergarten was trying to start getting into shape. So he started playing football, and I wanted to be there with him, but I can't play any physical sport like head to head contact because of all my surgeries and everything. So the coach offered me like the manager position, helping out and everything, and I took it because I just wanted to be with my friend. And it wasn't that bad. It was like mid season that I started helping out, and we were okay. So that ended. Then I decided to go help my freshman year, and I think I know the head coach knew I wanted to go help out because he knew my dad and my dad talked to him. But that first day, none of the other coaches knew I was there to help out. So they had me doing all the drills, running and everything, weightlifting, everything. They didn't know a 4 foot boy was there to help. They thought I really wanted to play, which, yeah, that's not really happening. But they finally learned. They talked to my dad after that day. They learned I wanted to go help out. And my dad, like 10, 20 years before this, just was, I think it was in 2022 or 2021, because, yeah, I think would have been when I graduated. My dad helped out and he filmed for the football team. And they talked to my dad when I started coming back. My dad decided to come film. But yeah, I'm just coming on here to talk about all of that. So let's get into it. Okay. The first week of that was rough. Like I said, that first day was terrible. I didn't know what anything was, and I learned that my all of my freshman friends had no clue what they were doing either, so I didn't feel bad. I learned quick that football players are dramatic. If one thing goes wrong, they act like it ruins their whole career. Like someone forgot a towel and suddenly they're retiring. Coaches yelling, whistles blowing, water bottles everywhere, and me trying to look like I knew what I was doing. And I had that moment like, why was I here? And I couldn't figure out, but it was from my friend. Game days were so hype. Those were the best days. Fridays, you're up earlier. You're up earlier than the sun. We'd all show up half asleep, and the coaches already had like 3 coffees in them. Everything is urgent. Everything is life or death. Death. Someone's jersey is missing. Someone forgot their cleats. Someone swears they left their gloves right here, as if that has any meaning. Best part of those 4 years was probably football camp. I didn't practice, but those were some of the hardest days, but those were some of the best. It was 5 days or 4 or 5 days. I changed it in the middle of my time at school. 4 or 5 days, spending the night in a hot gym, practicing 2 times a day, watching film once a day. And yeah, it was, you got to stay with your whole team. It was just super fun. You brought your mattress, whatever to sleep on, brought all, just anything you needed. It was some of the best times. And how many different personalities come out. The loud ones suddenly get quiet before games. The quiet ones turn into motivational speakers. For me, the locker room taught me everyone's human, everyone's nervous, everyone's performing some version of themselves. By blasting music like he's in the NFL, you got the guy pacing like he's preparing for war, and the kid who always forgets something every single week. Teams had, or ours had, a lot of drama, and it's always deeper than the thing they're arguing about. One week it's starting positions, next it's someone missing practice, next week it's someone's girlfriend posting something on Snapchat. I normally became like the neutral zone. People would rant to me because I wouldn't pick sides. And coaches, they pretend they don't care, but they know the drama. They know who was beefing. They know who's not locked in. It's like a workplace, but everyone is 16 and emotional. I'm gonna get real for a second because as much as I joke about those times, being the manager taught me a lot, taught me responsibility and not the school version, the real version. Showing up even when you don't feel like it, handling pressure and being reliable. Taught me how to work with different personalities. You had quiet kids, loud kids, confident ones, insecure ones, locked in ones, messy ones. I dealt with everybody on that team all 4 years. Taught me how to stay calm in chaos, useful skill today. Taught me how to take a role that's not front and center but still matters. And it taught me about myself that I can handle more than I thought, that I can show up for people, that I can be the steady one in the background. High school roles don't define you, but they do shape you. There were so many moments that still make me laugh. That one player who would hype himself up, then he'd actually forget to go into the game. The dude that complained about every drill, but somehow was the one to cause the fumble. Player who always argued with the refs, even when he was definitely wrong. And my personal favorite, the guy who thought he was D1 only because he had a highlight reel on Huddle with dramatic music. High school sports are normally comedy. But yeah, I have a lot more on football in high school. That was my football manager era. It wasn't glamorous, wasn't a movie, but it was real. It taught me work ethic, patience, responsibility, and how to handle chaos without losing my mind. And gave me a front row seat to a part of high school I never expected to be in. Thanks for listening. Make sure you tap in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all that. New episode next week. Stay kind of grown. I'm out.